Hey y'all, my name is Danny. This is probably my first video, although I did make a video before this. Wasn't the best, but I just wanted to check out this one song with y'all my brother sent me. He sends me all my music, almost all my music I listen to. I love different types of music. Right now I really like rap, I guess, more so hip-hop. And I really love watching review videos. I just watched Dochi, of course, on Tiny Desk, which was amazing. Love it. I love the theatrical component. I don't even like theater like that, so that was amazing. Just love hearing the way she orchestrates the whole thing. Perfect, beautiful. Also, I love that she's a little swamp girl. I'm not from the swamp, I'm from the desert. I'm from Arizona. Currently living in the 412 Pittsburgh, if you don't know. But let's get into it. You have so many other times to get to know me. This is my first video, like I said, so it's going to be crappy quality. But that doesn't matter. We're here for the music, right? Alrighty. So what I have right now is 1876 DGAF music video, but you guys won't be seeing the music video, just probably hearing me react to it. I can probably try to put up the music video up there, but that's going to take time for me to understand how to work that. And also, my laptop, though, is a Mac. I had it for so many years, and I didn't even get it new, so it's been old, and I'm not a techie person, so you know how that goes. Anyways, 1876, about the band. I didn't know what the band was about. I was very amazed from the first little clip of it I saw, so I had to pause and see what was going on. 1876 was formed in early 2020 and immediately debuted Powwow Punk Rock EP. I myself am native. I love punk growing up. I love rock music, classic rock. I love anything that can just feel emotion. With notable sounds that any powwow goer will recognize, combined with aggressive guitar playing, catchy melodies, and political lyrics of the punk world, 1876 expresses their unique perspective as the city Indians your auntie warned you about. Okay. Usually you hear about your auntie back home on the res warning you, or you know, they always tell you, look out, those aunties. Okay, they always say aunties are always like loud and funny, but this one, they're telling you, your aunties are telling you to watch out for those city Indians. But you know, there's a big difference between city Indians and natives back on the res. But besides the fact, 1876 proudly represents both of the Northern Cheyenne and Blackfeet nations, singing in both languages. From sweat lodge to punk clubs, 1876 helped shed light on the narrative often neglected by the musical industry. That's my cat, one of my cats, my housemate's cat. Captain. 1876 was born in 2020 out of a dream of cultural and language resurgence being seen and produced by those who experience the hardships and triumphs of being Indian. And they mean NDN. Indian. Alright. Let's get into it. This is who they are. I don't know if y'all can see that pretty well. 1876, I had to look up the date because I was like, what happened in that date? The Battle of Little Bighorn. I know that was a big one. The Continental Exposition. So those were too few things. But this one, I'll start it off. I'm gonna be playing it on my JBL. And if you can't hear it, I'm so sorry. But yes. This is just all about music, learning and loving music, learning new genres, learning what people have to teach in their music, if they do. Not all music has to be something to learn from. I mean, you can learn to be happy, but for instance, punk music does have a political amp plugged into it. They love politics. Sometimes the punk scene can be really good, sometimes it can be toxic, but that's besides the fact. I can go into that, but I'm not right now. I'm being dramatic. Anyways, here's the song. 1876 DGAF. Don't give up.
Likely to die in the street for being me, but don't nobody give a fuck. Murder our sons and our daughters and walk free, but don't nobody give a fuck. How come we never make the news on TV? Cause don't nobody give a fuck. You're financially benefited by my tragedy. That's why you don't give a fuck.
Okay.
You act like you don't give a fuck. 300 million people waiting for me to lose my grip. I'm looking for that I solve it, so they can lock me in the cages and the pages of history book and label me a savage. But not you ain't stereotypes on the line, and this society is trying to erase me. While simultaneously forcing me to forget the past. Cause it's never changing. I'm the walking relic with the fucking target on my back. I wonder if I'll ever have the chance. The thought of opportunities that everybody else has. I'm to the soul of the land.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause it real quick. I know you guys can't see what I'm seeing, but it's a red background, red lighting, and I'm guessing at a concert. Bro, they're throwing elbows in that pit. They're going crazy in there, but one thing I like to see is that these guys are native. Not just the people in the band, but the concert goers. They're native. Where I grew up, the Apaches out there, including myself, like I loved rock music growing up. But some Apaches are much more hardcore than me. Much more hardcore. I like to think I'm hardcore, I'm not. Cause these guys, they'll go crazy at the metal show. There's a metal band on my res called, I believe they're called The Alliance. My dad's friend growing up, maybe not growing up, but you know, they were friends on the res, and her son had a punk band. Not a punk band, metal band. I'm sorry. This is a punk band. They were like metal band. I'm sure they're still going too. But maybe I'll check out some of their music later on. But this show, they're going hard. I love it.
I'm alone as fuck. I'm tired of waiting too stressed out. I can't let you see now. Cause you call me weak for fucking feeling with drunk. Anything you can think of to keep me from rising above it.
Okay. They had a little power music in here. The drums? You hear the drums? Okay. That's pretty loud to see. The power drum? And that?
I'm losing cousins by the dozens, but it doesn't seem to be enough to warn any coverage. Like the media is covering up a war. It's been entrusted in the companies that profit off the oil by the government.
Okay.
That's lusted for the blood that's in our soil. Poison the water when land it washes it burns. And now they're hunting our women and now they're hunting the girls. Non-binary bodies hanging, but it's not your concern. We're catching bullets in the back, but it's not your concern. Don't trip, keep it steady when you're stepping over the bodies belonging to our families. While you marching for equality. I'm likely to die in the streets for being me.
Okay, I'm so sorry for pausing it again, but I'm reacting. But I love that little like acoustic. I don't even know if it's acoustic or just the electric guitar being not plugged in. But the little strumming, the little strings we hear, just the bare strings. Love that. Gives it almost, for me, almost like a folk punk type feel. But even in this, like, I love the standalone lyrics he had with no beats, no instrumentals really going. And I just love hearing Native people talk about stuff, and love hearing just what's going on with other natives. Like, growing up on the res, I only knew what the natives back there were doing back at my place were doing. I didn't know. The only other tribes I knew of were Navajo, Hopi, Tohono O'odham, T.O., Supai, but like Havasupai. But even then, like, you can tell I don't know. But that's just because when you're on the res, you only know your cousins, your aunts, everyone there. So I didn't learn too much until I really left the res. Like, not saying that people are uneducated on the res, but definitely the blind is taken off when you leave the res. You think you know everything, then you go out onto a whole new world out there. There's whole new things out there, out here in the world, that I didn't even consider when I was growing up. So it's pretty cool to just see all these natives all around the world doing anything, you know, making rock music, punk music, rap, all this stuff. Super amazing. Okay, back to the music.
Don't nobody give a fuck. Murder my sons and their daughters and walk free. But don't nobody give a fuck. How come we never make the news a TV? Cause don't nobody give a fuck. You're financially benefiting from my tragedy. That's why you don't give a fuck. Don't act like you don't give a fuck.
Oh. Okay, that was the last bit, I guess. One thing for me, though, I love seeing representation, and there are murdered and missing Indigenous women they're talking about in this. I mean, they also have a little spray tag in the back, murdered and missing. A lot of Native women are going lost around, not even just here in America, but in Canada as well. I'm sure in other places. It's pretty common. And a lot of times they say, oh, she was just out drinking, she wanted to run away. It's like, no, our tribal people, we're all close. So when a girl goes missing, like, maybe, yeah, she might be a little wild, but that doesn't mean that she wants to run away from the people that love her, respect her, care for her, her friends, her family, the food, the culture. Like, not everyone's running away from that. I'm sure there are some people, but there's people who lure women out, take them away, do other God knows what to them, and they chop it up to, oh, she's probably out just partying and ran away. It sucks. You know, I know women, I know a lot of Apache women, I know a lot of different women out there, including myself, who get wild, go crazy, you know. But never in my life would I have want to run away from my family and my culture. And if I were to ever go missing, like, let's say I had too much to drink, went on a walk, and went missing, I hope someone finds me and takes me back home. So even though I'm not trying to be all sad in this, I'm glad that just this part of the music is opening up people's eyes to what might be going on in Native communities. And I saw that they're from Portland. Pretty interesting. I mean, I saw them, they look kind of, you know, the natives there, a little lighter in complexion. I mean, I'm kind of light right now, but that's because it's basically winter. But, you know, they're a little different out there. It's cool to see them doing their thing, being on top of it. So it's cool to see. I really like, I guess one thing I could add on is I really like the powwow drum that they're using. I, for one, have grown up with rock music, metal music in my community. I've been to a few little punk shows here and there. But it's cool to see that people are amplifying Native voices here. My nose is running and I'm going to end this, but thank you for watching, and hopefully you guys tune in for me to react to a few more videos. Adios!